Oh, Sensei Bob here from Forge Dojo Kyokushinkan. Just putting together a quick warm up and a quick circuit for um, my students and really anyone who's interested in just getting a little extra training. Um, Hope this benefits you. We're going to start with the warm up. We're going to start top, work all the way down to the bottom, and then I'll spend some time explaining the different calisthenic exercises we're going to do and the different options you have with each of those exercises, just depending on your ability. So yeah, let's get after it. Os. So just starting off, remember we're going to start top, bottom, left turn, a little bit of an angle. So I just keep my hands on my hips. I hate it when people stand with their hands on their hips, but this kind of gives my hands a job because I only want to focus on my neck for right now. So I'm going to drive my neck forward. I'm going to pull it back and down a bit. Forward, back. So these little neck glides, a lot of us hold this tension in our neck and in our shoulders, depending on what we do for work, how much we love our work. Now let's take our right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder, chin up, and just nice and smoothly. Again, depending on what we do, most of our waking hours, we might feel some tension, might feel some interesting things or hear some interesting sounds. So a chin on our chest, let's go switch directions. Let's go take about 2 more circles here. Chin, chest, back up to neutral position. Awesome, let's go ahead and relax our arms down. We're going to take our shoulder, engage our shoulder blade, pull back, tuck our shoulder to our ear, spread our shoulder blade, and then pull down. So we're almost doing like a swimmer stroke, but with only our shoulder and shoulder blade engaged. So this feels kind of silly. So I want to look a little silly too. Let's have that working on both sides. As my shoulder comes forward, I want to spread that shoulder blade. As my shoulder comes back, I want to pinch that shoulder blade. I want to go ahead and switch directions. Trying to get our shoulder as high as we can. We're not worried about touching our ear to our shoulder right now. Just want to keep nice and tall. And let those arms hang loose. Imagine you've got, I wish I had one here. Imagine you got your remote control. So we want our arm, our wrist in this position, all the way up, and as far behind as is comfortable. We're just going to do nice small circles here. I think you'll feel a little bit of a different stretch in your wrist and in your deltoid. Just a few circles, one direction. We're going to switch directions. And drop that hand, let it hang heavy. Same idea, grab the remote behind. Just a few small circles. And switch in direction. Nothing big, nothing jerky, nothing too quick. We're just trying to get the joints loosen up. Awesome, shake it loose. Put our hands back on our hips, little bend in our knee. We're going to take our booty and send it not off to the side. We're going to send it to the back corner. And then we come back up to the neutral. And then the other corner. We're just going to do a few of these to kind of get our hip flexors moving in a slightly different way. It's going to help for one of the exercises that we've got coming. Back corner. Back corner. 2 more. Side, 1, 2, up nice and tall. Imagine you're carrying something heavy. I'll turn sideways again. Just to give our hands a job, our arms a job here. Soft bend in the knee. We're going to hinge at the waist, keeping our back nice and straight. And then use the strength of our legs and core to pull ourselves up and hinge. Not far. We're not doing a deadlift. We're just trying to get our lower back warmed up. We don't want to shock it with what we got coming. Just going to do 2 more. Awesome. Let's go down to our knees now. So with our feet a little wider than shoulder width, I'll pull my knees in, rock forward to my toes, out to my blade of my foot, back to my heel, and I'm going to make these little circles. Makes me feel like I'm back in like middle or high school. Just dance. All right, it's going to switch directions. So we start knees out, then in. Up and in. Getting the ankles, knees, and the hips kind of working on the same page. Shake that loose. Taking 1/2 step, I'll turn sideways again. 1/2 step forward, locking that back heel to the ground. We just want to lean with it. We'll lean, stretch out our hamstrings, start to get into our calf. And then with my front foot, I'm going to push back. So just a few repetitions. Going forward, pushing back. About 3 more this side, and then we'll give some love to our left leg. 1 more. And we switch. Just lean, push, lean, push. 3 more. Push, lean, push. That's shake it loose. So we got 5 calisthenic exercises we're going to work through. We're going to do each one for 40 seconds. We're going to rest for 20 seconds. As we rest, we're really just transitioning to the next exercise. So the first exercise, whichever version you choose, is going to depend on what kind of day you've had so far, probably what you've eaten, how much exercise you usually get on your average day. But if you start with the harder one and you have to drop down to the more basic, that's totally fine. Anything that you do in the next few minutes is so much better than sitting on the couch watching Netflix. So, we want to be bears. I love bears. Nice and low. Hands are out. Kind of hunched back. But for starters, our basic, we're going to have, from this low position, we're just going to raise our booty. Hopefully we can lock our legs out. And then we're coming down. And this is it. It's a nice little bear squat. Now, if you're feeling tough, let's kick it up a notch. Let's take that bear squat up. Do a little bit of an inverted push-up, and then back down. So it's just this, it's the basic bear squat with a little bit of a push at the end. So again, whether you pick the basic or you want to add the push-up, you always have the freedom to go back. You have the freedom to increase the difficulty. It's totally up to you. And again, it's either way you choose, it's better than sitting on the couch. Next idea, so we just did some bear push-ups. Next calisthenic exercise is just straight up push-ups. So we've got 1,000,001 variations of push-ups. We can start with knees on the floor, knees pinched together on the floor. And we just drop down and up. You know, some people have different names for this push-up. This is just, in my mind, the basic. Everybody starts here. Feeling a little stronger, get the knees up off the floor. Feeling a little swirly, take one hand, turn your fingers out so that they're about where your hip is, and get a little bit of a lever action there. Alternating after each one, each two. I've got to do 3 just for balance sake. Any kind of a push-up. I mean, there are literally hundreds of push-ups. When we get to our push-up round, any kind you want. Our side lunge. This might be all that some of us can do, and that's fine. Any movement is better than no movement. But maybe we try to get a little longer. A little lower. Maybe, I think the more difficult progression is we come out nice and wide, and as I come down, my toes come up. And I just use this space as a pivot point. Boom. It's almost like a single leg squat. Pretty tough. I like that one. Again, not for everyone. I like it because it works balance. Which at 6'7", I'm always trying to think of ways to work balance. Next, our next calisthenic, tripods. Try 3. We're going to start off in kind of a slouchy crab position. Tripod, 3. One hand up. Our basic. I go to a tabletop. Back down. Most important thing. Don't put both hands on the ground at once. Pretty tough on your shoulders. So release the rear hand. Release the rear hand before you plant the other hand. So this is basic. More advanced, we bridge up and reach. Switch sides, we bridge up and reach. Switch sides, we bridge up and reach. So again, whichever one of those kind of suits you for today. And then last, my favorite, squats. So we're going to open our toes so that they're about underneath our shoulders. And the 2 variations for our squats, we're either going to squat nice and low, press through our feet, come up, or we're going to squat nice and low, explode up, barely coming off the floor, and immediately sinking back down into the squat. This is home base. Low is where we rest. We don't rest here. We're here. Boom, 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 boom. Almost playing like the game, the floor is lava. So we want to explode through those. All right. I think that's about it. Let's do a round together. So again, we're going to do 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, transitioning between each exercise after each 40-second round. So we'll do one together, and once you kind of get the routine, I'm going to challenge you to do at least one more, no more than three more rounds, but try to do more than would be comfortable. All right. Let me get my handy dandy stopwatch. We're going to get ready with our bears first. So either the bear squat or the bear push-up. Let's see what we do. All right, so let's go ahead and hop them down. fours, rolling back on those feet, and I'm going to alternate. I'm going to do a few of the basic, I'm going to do a few of the more advanced, just to kind of help serve as a reminder. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Try and keep a nice steady pace. We don't want to crank out a million repetitions. We want to crank out good repetitions, good controlled repetitions. About halfway through this first round, let me get a little bit of a break. Let's make sure we earn that 20-second transition. We earn that break. About 4 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Relax with excitement about what's coming next. So our push-ups on our knees, our regular push-ups under the shoulders, our lever push-ups. Got to choose quickly though, because we got 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm going to do the levers, and then I'll work my way down to the more basic. So my hand is pointing out by my hip. If I'm doing my regular push-ups, I actually want my elbows to flare out maybe 45 degrees, maybe. And then back to the knees. We've only got 3 seconds. No, we got 13 seconds. Nice and controlled. And relax. Next up, we got our side lunge, stepping out. Or if you want to try set transition in space, leading to the toes up for that Cossack squat. We got 2, 1s, go. We'll start with that Cossack, just because I like to get a little bit of extra work with my balance. Boom. Boom. Sometimes I make sound effects. Just kind of leaning out now for that basic side lunge. Which always reminds me my legs are like a quarter mile long, and then stepping out. And relax. Let's get down, get ready for those tripods. So our basic, we're just doing a kind of a hip raise, or almost a reverse tabletop. Or more advanced, we're gonna make that tabletop and reach with our free hand. Let's get ready, 2, 1, let's go. So we'll start here with the basic. Make sure we release that planted hand before we put our free hand on. More advanced, we just reach, maybe even try to stack the shoulders. About 3 seconds, try and get one more. And relax. All right. One more exercise, and then we got our first big round. Completely done. So we got a lot of dynamic movement, a lot of sideways movement, some twisting, some just straight lateral movements, and here we go with our squats. Boom. Try and pick a pace that you can hold for the full 40 seconds. And if you feel ready to jump, remember, we're not doing a tuck jump. We barely leave the floor. And then we immediately sink back into a low squat. Loose. All right, and relax. Got our 20 seconds to finish strong. Boy. So, that was one round. I'm no mathematician. 40 seconds on, 20-second transition for 5 exercises equals 5 minutes. So do another round. Do 2 more rounds. If you want to do 3, that's what I did this morning. I did a total of 4. But push yourself. Be uncomfortable. I mean, I'm sweating. Feel free to sweat. I mean, it's your house. I just encourage you, push yourself past what is comfortable. And I'll even go as far to say, push yourself 1 repetition past what you really think you can do. That's what Budo Karate is all about. That's what we're all about. Finding our limitations, finding the boundaries that we've put on ourselves, and smashing them. Go smash it.